folks. Hey, we are on the road cruising in this 2021 Mercedes GLE63 S. Now, you missed it last year because they kind of did a little hiatus to do a complete refresh on this beast, and I will call it a beast. Comes with a 4-liter V8 bi-turbo, puts out 603 horsepower, 627 foot-pounds of torque, backed by a 9-speed AMG automatic transmissions. Yep, AMG. That is what you want if you're gonna buy a Mercedes, because that's their performance line. They bought that a few years back, and they have got total control over the whole vehicle. It's a driver's car. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you like driving, you will love to drive this Mercedes. The way this vehicle drives and the way it's laid out, it's really done extremely well. You really can't ask for a better driving car. And acceleration is just stupid quick when you want it. I get so excited about this car. It's hard to concentrate on anything else. It looks big, it looks heavy, but really when you come right down to it, it's nimble. I mean, when you get on it, or if you start to get into the corners with this car, it has all the technology to get you through the turns with a lot of control. I mean, you really get the actual control of driving this car. Man, oh man, oh man. What a sweetheart. I've decided to put it into Sport Plus, only because Sport Plus is just all the fun you could ever ask for. It's just an amazing option. And acceleration in this mode is phenomenal. And this is good for the whole family, or it's just good for a single driver, or maybe somebody that's, you know, into athletics, sports, fishing, hunting. Maybe you want to go up into the snow. This car has all the capabilities to take you anywhere and everywhere you want it to take you. And it's quick. Getting about 22, 23 miles per gallon, which isn't too shabby for a vehicle with over 600 horsepower. I mean, it's pretty stout, really, when you come right down to it. And you know, this particular vehicle that you kind of have to get used to the styling and the looks of it. Some people are into it, some people not quite as much as others. This car has really grown on me. It really has. And again, you know, it's all about performance. It's all about get up and go. You can actually tune the exhaust system once you kick it into sport. You know, this thing will start burbling. You've got the diffusers in the back, and if you didn't know what a diffuser is, believe it or not, when the air runs under the car, you know, these diffusers actually work for stability, even though this thing is pretty wide, and it handles the roads. Let me tell you, it handles them like nobody's business. 22-inch tire and wheels, Michelin's, holy mackerel, stick to the ground. I think 6-piston Brembos up front, 4 in the rear, so not only does it go, but it stops, and that's really what you're looking for. Super easy to start, and these seats are so comfortable, and that's all AMG. Carbon fiber all over the place. The interior reminds me of an airplane. I mean, this thing is about as aircraft oriented as can be. You're dealing with a 12.3-inch touchscreen, a lot of stainless steel. They have interior lighting that runs along the door panels in the interior. 63 different colors you can choose from. Paddle shifters on this particular model, everything as we've always had before, redundant. What's on the wheels in the center console. Put your foot on the brake, hit the button. You can hear that roar. The shifter is pretty basic, check it out. That's drive. I know, the doors are open, I won't do it, I won't touch the transmission. But then if I put it in reverse, same thing. And then to put it in park, boom, you just punch it and it quiets down. You can also raise and lower the car. Like, you know, if you're gonna be off-road, you're gonna be doing some terrain, there's a button over here on the left side of the steering wheel, you push that, and you can literally raise and lower the whole vehicle Now to give it back to normal, you just shut the car off and then start it, and you're good to go. This one was confusing to me because I wasn't sure what it was, because it puts a 1 and a 2 and then 680. And when you rev it up, as you can see, the tachometer is on the right. It's not like any tachometer I'm used to, so I'm assuming that's like 700, 680 RPMs, and then when you raise it, and a 1 or a 2 or a 3 comes up, so that's 1,000, 2,000. It's kind of unusual. I have not seen anything like that before. I like the steering wheel. It's not totally round. It's got real nice material here with carbon fiber up on top. It's got your center band, so you know your steering wheel is dead in the center. Probably one of the better steering wheels I've seen from a performance point of view. You've got automatic high beams, which I like a lot. Panoramic roof, which is kind of nice. It's not a solid cover. It's more of a mesh, which is really good. So you get quite a bit. And then of course you can pop open the sunroof and it'll give you sunshine if that's what you're looking for. Big Mercedes-Benz star on the front. You know, they want to make sure you know exactly what you're dealing with. A lot of carbon fiber down below, which is always a nice touch. Some people don't like the swooping rear roof line that's on this car. Yeah, and it does kind of take away from your back seat headroom. If you're like over 6 feet tall, it might be a little bit intrusive. But from a styling point of view, I mean, this thing is undeniable. You know exactly what it is when it comes flying down the road. And I love the fact that the doors open nice and wide. So, you know, if you're hauling something, and that goes along with the back seat too. Phone charger right here, and it charges up quick. The minute you set it right on there, man, it's there. And then when you're done, boom, nice and clean. This beautiful black piano is just amazing. Beautiful nav system, as you can tell. Here's your little mouse that you can take and do all your running around here and change things. Go to the home page if you want. This gives you phone, nav, radio. Okay, so if I decide to go here, and I say I don't want that channel, so I can scroll, and it'll tell me what I want, or I go down, I hit station, and then I have to go down here, and then hit up here, and then I have to hit what radio station I'm looking for. Then I have to go over here, and then down and hit. So yeah, see what I mean? It's just a little bit more busy. I'm sure there's got to be a way that you could store your favorite stations, you know. And sometimes, you know, I might be just picking a little bit. Let's just do this. And then of course, media. Whoa, look at this. So I said it takes media. Now that's if you're hooking up iPods and things like that. Comfort, you know, hot relaxing back, hot relaxing shoulder, activating a massage, classic massage seating, and then wave massaging. And you can set it up for driver and passenger. And I can't overemphasize, there was a time when Mercedes-Benz seats were not comfortable. They were very hard. But after a long, long trip, you got out of it, you felt fine. You didn't feel good getting in it because you just were a little uncomfortable, but then after the end of the road, it was fine. Today, these seats are the best. I mean, I love the side bolstering, and it's all part of the AMG package. And you can see the ventilations in the seat, and you've got, looks like it's got felt or suede with leather combination. Seat heaters, like on this thing, fire up really quick. I mean, there's no lag time whatsoever. Here's all your seat adjustments: headrest, back. This is the lower portion, and then this is your thigh. These door panels are huge. You could put, you know, when I say a big gulp, that will take a big gulp right there. That thing is pretty huge. And it doesn't really get in your way when you're, you know, in the vehicle and the door's shut. You know, sometimes these big door panels, you think they'd be right in your way. Oh, and by the way, you've got, you can actually do your seat heaters and your cool seats up here, so you don't have to go hunting around. So Mercedes tries to make this as easily adjustable to your preference as pretty much any car manufacturer out there. I mean, they really work hard to make sure that you're totally comfortable in this car. You got seat comfort, Let's see what seat comfort is. And that's seat kinetics, lumbar, side bolster, seat heating balance. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I like that gauge. So there's your dynamics, your engine torque, your performance, consumption. That'll pretty much tell you what your fuel mileage is, active lane keeping, stop and go, ready. You've got interior motion sensors, tow away protection. Definitely. And what that does, that won't allow anybody to steal your Mercedes, which, you know, the best and easiest way to steal a car is with a tow truck. A lot of people don't realize that, but when's the last time you questioned a tow truck driver? You never did, right? He just comes and takes your car and boom, you're done. And I love this carbon fiber. I just love it. It just really makes for a nice accent. And hand built by that gentleman right there. And let me ask you a question. Does this look like a coupe to you? Well, Mercedes says it is, so pay attention. And check this out. That was easy, huh? But look at the storage space you've got back here. And you can knock the second row seats down. This comes off or up, or you know, whatever you want to do with it. You can hit a switch, it'll knock the seats up there down so you can store all your gear. I mean, look at this, man. The interior, the carpeting. I mean, they didn't cheap out on anything, which you know Mercedes wouldn't do anyway. Plus, you've got a pretty massive trunk space underneath here for private items. That's an inflatable spare tire, so if you do get it flat outside, you'd have to pump this one up to make it work, which is no big deal. Again, little cargo areas on the side. You know, pretty intuitive. They've got a 12-volt connectors in the back. Great lines, great looks. How could you beat it? And you know it's a Mercedes coming down the road, no doubt about it. Pricing, like I said, it's not cheap. 116 base. This one's tested out at 128,060. But people that buy Mercedes-Benz don't normally have an issue with that. But if I was going to do a Mercedes, this would be probably the one I would go for. You know, if you're a Mercedes enthusiast, believe it or not, these things are selling like hotcakes. If you want my opinion, if you haven't been in a Mercedes in a while, you might be pleasantly surprised. All right, that's cruising. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, because when you do and spread this around, everybody benefits. Car manufacturers, we do, you do, and we have so much fun doing this for you. And I can't thank all of you out there enough for hitting that subscribe and like button, and tell your friends. I mean, you know, there's lots for you to choose from out there in lovely YouTube world, but we work really, really hard to try to give you a quality piece. So maybe even throw a little humor in there. You know how that goes. All right, well, we'll be cruising, and I will see you down the road.